Okay, guys, so first of all, congratulations to yourself for making it to now the second week of the curriculum, BJJ curriculum, where we're learning how to defend ourselves and also how to spar in the room. All right, focus on those two things. Before I get started, I just want to I just was thinking about this whole road that I've been down, and I just want to thank everyone for their support. As some of you may know, I left my company of 27 years, sold it as of January 1st, and to have this thing happen was a bit scary as far as income goes, and the support of the school has been really incredible. So all of those who you were able to support me through this and help keep this thing going, it's really inspired me to try to really just do my best to deliver for you guys. So I just want to thank you guys for those who were able to, and those who weren't able to, no problem. We kept the platform open for you guys, but I really appreciate it because me being able to do this full time enables me to serve all you guys. And I'm able to do it full time because you guys are supporting me. The school's able to do that. So I appreciate that immensely. The second thing is there's a belt ceremony. All right, we've got some very high-level belts to give out, and we've got some blue belts. We were going to have a belt ceremony. The Sunday before this all hit, the school closed on a Friday. We were supposed to have our belt ceremony. So we're going to do that. It'll be Saturday. I'll obviously send some messages out on that, but it'll be Saturday, May 30th at 5 o'clock, like 5 to 6:15, 6:30. So you guys will be able to see those. Someone's getting their black belt, big deal, and a lot of people are getting striped and blue belt and things like that. So that's pretty cool. Next week's Memorial Day weekend. I urge all of you to be outside, get some sun, get some fun. There's no class. I'll be up in the Adirondacks. I will be teaching from up there once I get internet. And I'm also, if you want a little getaway, I got a spot up there. So I've been inviting different people. Got a couple cabins, so hit me up about that. The other thing, Dick's Sporting Goods. I've run most of my camps. I get these mats at Dick's Sporting Goods. I want to hook you guys up to let you know that you don't have to give up jiu-jitsu and give up your safety. So if you want to create a little training space inside your house, obviously the safest thing to do if you want complete safety is just take these online classes, which we'll be continuing for the whole year, I would say. And I would say we'll be continuing this even after we get back to training whatever regular looks like. Because maybe if you can't catch class, you can still catch a half hour of the curriculum. You may not be able to drive the class, but we continue to plan to do this. So Dick's Sporting Goods, you can get a pack of mats. They're 3/4 inch, and they cover about 32 square feet. I think they're about $40. So if you get 4 of those sections, you can cover over 100 square feet, and you can have a training spot in your house. If you want to partner, hook up with someone in the school. You do it outside, you do it in your garage, do it in your basement. The next level up from that would be coming to the school and doing one-on-one training with no one else in the facility. Like I said before, I'm putting a curtain in between here, so there'll be a facility here, doors open, good cleaning protocol, and then there'll be an outdoor space also. And then the next level up from that will be 4-person training. I got your surveys, and most people want 4-person training. A lot of people one-on-one training, and then definitely some with the online also. Just to report on that. The other thing that's coming up the pike, Jimmy Harbison, who's you guys probably know, he's taught here for a while. He's Dominic Cruz's jiu-jitsu coach, who had a good UFC bout last week. He'll be doing a match breakdown class starting next Tuesday. That's Tuesday the 26th. And that will be a class that you can just go on and watch. He'll be taking some of the major jiu-jitsu matches and showing how the techniques that we use and that he's been teaching us, me included, play out in those matches. So that'll be kind of a fun social learning event where you can jump on, jump off, and he'll be taking questions and things like that. So that's coming up the pike. The other two things that are coming up pike is curriculum for intermediate classes, and then a curriculum for advanced classes, and a no-gi curriculum. All that should be laid out within the next 2 or 3 weeks. Cool, that's it. So let's get to it again. We've got about 45 minutes left, we'll say, 40 minutes. And again, so what I want to show tonight is another position from me being mounted. Okay, so someone's attacked me, they've knocked me down, and they've now been able to actually get on top of me and maybe start throwing some strikes. And how do I survive that? Why am I teaching that move as the first thing I'm showing? First few things are showing. Why? Because jiu-jitsu is a defensive martial art. All right, we want to make sure that if we do get attacked, then we're able to get out of that, and we're able to better position, and then actually get into a position where we can, if we choose to, submit or attack. And we know that it's a lot easier to choke someone out than punch them 30 times. It's a lot easier to put their elbow in a precarious position than it is to try to hit their head a bunch of times. Also, you hurt them less, you hurt your hands less. So the reason why we teach this first is because we want to prepare for the worst case scenario. We don't want to prepare for a scenario that we control where we're going to go punch someone in the face first. Because we want to talk down the situation. If we do get attacked by a larger opponent, then that's what we want to prepare for first. So let's say I'm knocked down to the ground, all right? And remember, we taught the trap and roll last time. So the trap and roll, that's your first choice. First choice if someone's doing this to you is to do what we did last week. Okay? All right? All right, he's choking me here. I start to trap. I come through, up, and over. All right? Well, let's say I'm able to do that. Why? I'm on a much bigger opponent. I think somebody even asked this question last week. A much bigger opponent, a solid opponent. Or look, he's got me so covered and his hips are on top of me where I can't get into this. All right? I can't trap him. All right? So, let me just show this move first. So what we're going to do in this case, all right, we're going to do the elbow escape. And the reason I'm teaching the elbow escape, because it's the number one thing that I have to coach to in white belt matches. White belts get mounted, they can't get out, and I'm screaming from the side how to do this. So I thought this was a really important thing to teach you guys. All right, so here it goes. This is the move in a nutshell. All right, now where am I? I'm not on top. Preferably I want to be on top. But where I am is in a closed guard, where I'm able to submit from here. Okay, I'm able to do submissions from here. I'm able to do a lot of things from here. I'm in a much better position. Again, first thing you want to do is try to get on top. But if you can't do that, well, let's get out from bottom and get into the full guard. I'm going to show that from this angle here. All right. All right, let's break this down. So the biggest thing to know about this move, all right, is it's 3 hip movements. It's a hip movement in this direction, it's a hip movement in that direction, and then it's a hip movement to come back here. So it's 3 separate hip movements. The other big thing to know about this move is that a lot of what happens is from my hips down. All right? So the concept of this move, the main concept is the game is not where you think the game is. All right, most regular people think the game's going to be right here. I'm fighting him, I'm pushing him off, I'm doing all this energy. but that's not where the game is. The game is all from my hips down. So once you start to realize the game's from the hips down, you can start playing it a little differently. All right, so first thing is I'm going to want to hook onto his body. Why? Because if I have separation, remember, he can always come off and start to rain down punches. All right, so I want to keep tight to him. He starts to come separate. Look, I stay with him. I stay with him. He can't punch me from here. All right? I'm tight. All right? Second major point after I know I'm hooked. All right? I'm going to start to take my elbow and put it on the inside. Okay? Now, third point is this leg right here. Most of the beginners keep it up. And when it's high like this, he's able to hook in. Look, he's able to hook in and start to spread me. That's very tough for me. So what I want to do here is I want to take this leg and I want to straighten it out. Okay? And then from there, I don't want to stay flat on my back. Why? Because his pressure is straight down on me here. I can't breathe that well. So what I want to do, just jump off for 1 second. What I want to do is I want to take that pressure off that's on my chest. So I'm going to do a very slight movement. After I straighten out this leg, I'm going to bring this leg up to my butt. All right? Not here, not here, close to my butt. And then from there, I'm going to move to the side a little bit. All right? So, major points. Wrap, elbow in, leg straight, load up, come to the side. All right? And from here, I'm going to shrimp. Look, as I push the elbow down, I'm going to keep my knee close to the mat. If my knee isn't close to the mat and it's up here, look, I come in here, I'm hooked in. I'm going to put my knee close to the mat, which enables me to push and get under here. Look, here. And then I can come over. All right, let's take a break. It took me till I was like a purple belt to even understand why we used a shrimp. Just no one ever talked to me about it. I was like, shrimping, shrimping. I did it every day. I had no idea. So they call it shrimp because a shrimp is like this. Right? It's turned, it's curved. And I want to go over shrimping with you because what happens in my program and a lot of programs, they go, do shrimp, and guys are going, oh, do this. And they have this movement that they have no idea what it's about for probably a year or two. That was me. So what is this shrimp thinking about? This move uses the shrimp. So let's go over that. So, first thing about a shrimp is you have to relax this one leg here. All right? By relaxing that leg, I'm able to turn it a little bit and get underneath. Look, I'm able to move it here. If it's up here, I'm moving it super high. Here you go. Second thing is this leg here. A lot of people shrimp here. It's not loaded up. I'm not going to move my hips a lot. Here is better, but still not good. Where I want to shrimp for a good shrimp is this bottom heel is going to go to my butt. And that's going to give me a really good extension when I start to shrimp. Look, see how my hips come out? That creates a lot of space. If I shrimp from down here, look, there's no space. So this is going to load up. The higher it is, the bigger my movement, and I'm out. All right, so let's look at it from this side here. All right. So I am going to relax my leg, bring up my shrimp. Now here's the key. His pressure is on me. If I'm able to just turn a little bit to the side, look where I'm breathing now. This is a really important part of it. I'm breathing here, not breathing into him. As my chest expands, he's pushing it down, making it harder for me to breathe. If I'm able to turn a little bit, that's going to give me much better breath. Okay? Yeah, you guys can do this movement as I'm talking. So from here now that we're here, now we're going to shrimp. There's my shrimp, and I can come through here. Once I'm through, look my hips. My hips are this way. Remember that 3-hip movement I was telling you about? Here's the second one going the other way. Once I'm open, I'm going to hook in to come this way. See how my hips are on this side? All right? So can I see you do that shrimp nice and slow? So if you watch Milton, all right? Good. Come back and do it again. You've got, go this way. You've got your leg high, right? Close to the butt. Get closer to the butt. Nice. You're going to turn to the side a little bit. Elbow. Slow it down. Oh, yeah. Elbow in. Turn to the side. And now you're set up to shrimp back. All right. Let's shrimp all the way back. All the way back. Good. Now you can come underneath and turn to the other side. Now see how he turned right here? You can bring your hips all the way to the other side. So you're on that side. There you go. Thanks, Bill. So guys, it's on your own. You're here. Let's straighten out the leg first. Relax. Let's push here. Let's start to turn to the side. And now, take a look at this. I want you to move back and forth. Back and forth. Back and forth. Back and forth. Back. And now let's come over here. Boom. So that's your shrimping, guys. And that's one of the main escapes that you're going to use to get out from bottom with not a lot of strength and not a lot of effort on your part. If you're pushing here, oh, what did I do? My first black belt match. What happens to me? I'm winning the whole time, and then the guy, I think, had this planned. He mounts me, and what do I do from the mount? Oh, I freak out, and I push, and I get armbarred with 10 seconds to go. Where was my calmness? Wasn't there. All right. So, here we go. Major point around the hip. He comes up. I'm staying here. There you go. Look, here's the leg, nice and relaxed. Here's my build-up. Everything's going on down here, guys. Here's my turn. Here's my elbow. Here we go. Push and up and back. Push and up and back. Push and up. Now, if I don't hook this and I just leave it open, he just remounts. Okay? So, what we're going to do is we're going to hook this. Now, watch the hip movement. I'm going to come back. Now, I don't want to stay over here. If I'm in a street fight, I'm going to come up top. Here. All right, let's go back. Now, why is that? Here. Because now, if I don't come up top and I stay down here, he can start punching me. So what am I going to do? I'm going to hook. And now, he starts punching me or moving around. Go ahead, seriously. Go hard. Go hard. I could just stay here. And the guy's going to try to tire himself out. Stay here. Nice and tight. All right, nice and tight. Now look, this is all free. But look here. This is not free. So let's say he's down here tight on me. Go ahead, put your pressure down on your hips. Yeah. Look, see how tight he is here? All right, so I am going to now start to turn to this side. All right, I'm going to start to turn to this side. Now I'm going to do the same thing. And I'm going to push as I shrimp, and I'm going to get the knee out here. Now, how many of you white belts have gotten here and your foot stuck in there? Yeah, right? Well, here's the answer to that, okay? And I did this with Milton earlier on Saturday, and his foot was stuck in there. And he did something to get it out, but he really didn't know what he did to get it out. So you guys, I want you guys conscious about this, because if you're not sure what you did, you can't exaggerate. So here we go. I'm going to go through the first 2 turns, and I'll show you what I did for the third. Now I'm coming up top. I'm shrimping the other side. Notice, guys, this is hooked here. Now, go ahead and stay tight to me. Now this is stuck on the other side. All right? So, in order for me to get that out, I went this way, and now I went this way. Now I gotta come back this way. Here, check it out. I'm gonna come back, and now I'm this way. What does that enable me to do? To pull that foot out. Check it out. Here, and here. Here, and here. I'm going to show you from this angle. This is the third way here. So, I'm here. I'm facing this way now. That's my first angle. Here we go. That's my second angle. Look, this goes on top of the back. I start to push. Look, I get up. Now he's tight on me. All right, come on. Run up with your knee. There you go. Look, I can't get this out. So I go back this way. Check it out. As I go back, I'm gonna put this down here. I'm gonna bite down here. So I'm gonna move. And look what this does here. This enables me to pull this out. Lock in. And from here, I can go for my submissions. Cool. All right, let's go over a couple finer points from this, okay? High to the butt. On my side. Come through. All right? Now, here's a finer point. If he's smashing me so hard, sometimes I can't go to this side. Look, all I was able to do is get this out, but he's really big. So check this out, guys. In order for you to come to this side, I'm going to take this hook off, and I'm going to put this hook on. What is that going to enable me to do? Look, now I own his hips. See that? Just by this, he's pushing down on me. But if I'm able to hook here, now I start to own his hips. Look. Now I own his hips. Now I can come to this side. All right, I'm able to even take the back from here. Okay, so that's a little tip. If the guy's hips are not allowing you to take that second turn, I want all of you guys, if you can just walk away with this, that's a huge success. All right? You're going to turn to this side, but let's say we can't. I'm going to hook over and come through. All right? So, I want to see, I'm going to show let me just show this here. I'm going to show this alone. So this is kind of the solo drill. Now this is not a shrimp solo drill. You're doing the shrimp, but when you do this as a solo drill, you will get the full move, and maybe even with more details with a partner, because you have to worry about thinking about where your partner is. So here you go. You've been mounted. All right? We're going to come up top. Make sure we're tight. We're going to straighten out our leg. We're going to bring our knee up. We're going to get our elbow here. We're going to start to shrimp to get that out. We're going to bring the knee up so it's out. We're going to come through. All right? Now, we're going to shrimp to the other side. All right? Push through. Here. Now, I have to get my foot out that's hooked in here. I'm going to touch that to the mat. And now I'm going to come back the third way. And that's going to enable me, right here, to put that out and come up top. All right. Once again, I've been mounted, hook, nice and tight so I'm not getting punched. One of the biggest mistakes white belts make is they don't straighten this leg out. And they're trying to get out, they're hooked in. So let's straighten that out. Let's bring this high, elbow in, come up. Look, see that hip movement, guys? Now, shrimp up. Now, we're gonna go to their second turn over here. Come underneath. Third turn back here, come out. All right, I'm gonna go over a couple other scenarios, but before we do that, I wanna open it up for questions. All right? You guys, you can raise your hand or you can just unmute yourself. Tom Thompson, what do you got? You understanding this?
Hey, Kevin,
Yeah,
I have a question.
yeah.
So, the shrimp, when you were drilling it with Milton, it almost seemed like you did like a little bit of a half a shrimp and then another half of a shrimp. But in the solo drill, it seems like more of a full shrimp. Could you drill it with Milton one more time just to show us?
Yeah, sure. So in any jujitsu move, as you're doing the move, if the guy's like catching up to you, you may have to do that a couple times before you shrimp to the other side.
Okay.
So, for example, when I'm on my own, I don't have a partner, so I'm just going, nice, a nice shrimp through. But when in reality, when I'm turning here, I may have to go and push a couple times to get that through. So it's not that, here, jump over a sec. It's not necessarily this nice, easy push. It's like, all right, I'm gonna get up there, I'm gonna get up there, I'm gonna get up there, I'm gonna get up there. You're gaining territory. Was that the piece that you're talking about right here?
Yeah, that was exactly it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So it's gonna be a trick. Now let me mention one other piece for you. If you're in a fight, it's gonna be best to use your elbow because that's gonna be closest to you. And you're gonna be able to stay away from your punches. Look, right here. Nice and easy. But you're in a jiu-jitsu match, you don't have to worry about getting punched. And one of the things I really like to do in live sparring is to take this hand and bring it underneath. Let's move a little bit this way. See this hand underneath here? Now, as the guy pressures down, go ahead and pressure down real hard. Because I'm underneath, look, it's a nice little scoop. So people make the mistake and they don't grab underneath. You can do it from grabbing on the outside, but a really good opponent will keep his knee down. So if you're able to grab it with the palm up, if you can come underneath here, now as he tries to keep his knee down, it's almost impossible. So what I like to do is get underneath here and push it up. But if he's super high on you, you're never going to get there. But the best thing, if he's really high on you, look, the elbow's right here. And I like to control this hip here. From here, all the way down here, you can go right to the back and start to, you got a submission right there. So if you do this little piece right here, there's a lot of back option here. As you come here, check it out. As I come over, look, I'm real low on him. I can now start to really take that back. Look, there's a submission right here. So that's a nice one.
Yeah.
All right. Does that answer your question?
Got it. Thank you.
How you doing, Tom? Cool. What else, guys?
Hey,
Go
Kev,
ahead, Matt.
Go ahead, Jess.
Matt Paddock. Was that Matt Paddock? No, Matt.
no, Jesse. Hey, Kev.
Yo.
It's
Jesse.
Jesse. Yeah. I know it doesn't, it's probably obvious, but it kind of like just clicked with me as you were slowly going through it. It seems as if you're simply slowly progressing from being mounted to having the dominant position of having guard. And I think just like you're slowly getting your hooks in and getting control to the point where when you're done, you actually switch positions, and instead of being mounted, you now have guard. So I don't know. It kind of just clicked for me right there, because oftentimes when I'm in the bottom, I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing or how do I defend. But ultimately, the goal is to progress from being mounted to actually having guard.
Yeah, and Jesse's a very strong blue belt, guys. I mean, he's almost a purple belt. And I just want to you guys understand that a lot of us at the upper belts, we forget these basic things. And it's
Yeah.
really the context of what he's talking about that you want to understand is that, yeah, I'm down there, so I don't want to be down there. My first choice is to roll and get on top.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm looking for. I get mounted, I'm looking for the trap and roll. Great choice. Or some version of that, depending on the variations. Now, if that's not there, now I have this available to me. All right? And from this, you're able to recover guard and now be in actually a fairly good position. All right? Go ahead, Matt Abate.
So you kind of half answered the question I had, which was when you were talking about getting under the knee and lifting the leg. So the question was, what are the nuances that are different between when somebody's got a high mount on you and somebody's low mount on you? And you said when somebody's high, you can get the elbow in. When somebody's low, you can get the hand in. Are there other little subtle differences like that for when somebody's down on your hips versus up in your armpits?
Yeah, so remember, when they're low, here, all right, when they're low, chances are, what are they doing with their hands? If they're punching you, you got to get up here. All right, so in this case here, you're going to go for the knees because you want to stay away from the punches. But if he's coming to choke you, he can't be high if he's choking me. He's not going to be there. It just doesn't work. If he's high, I'm kind of safe over here from chokes. So this is the position where you'd want to work on the knees. They're right here. All right? So the other thing about jiu-jitsu, and this is the kind of cool part about why it's like chess, is that there's not a real straight answer where if he does this, if he's in the mount, then you're going to do this. You have to actually pay attention to what the other person's doing. It's like skateboarding is nice, right? You jump on the board, you skate around. But if you're going to surf, you actually have to really pay attention to your surroundings because that changes all the time. And that's the beauty of jiu-jitsu is that you really have to be focused out. If your mental focus is I'm going to do this move that I'm good at, you're going to be there a long time and you're going to frustrate yourself. And you know that saying, don't ever quit anything. We're taught that as kids. That's the worst thing in jiu-jitsu because if you keep going after something, you could have something right here that's wide open. And if you're not paying attention to it, you're going to give a lot of energy to what you think you're good at. When if you just open your eyes a little bit, you have something right over here. So you really have to look at what's available to you. So I want to show you guys a couple more nuances to this. All right, some things that I'll share this recording so you have it. I also made a video for you guys on Saturday, which I will share on our Facebook page and our Facebook group. So sometimes, guys, the guy double grapes you here. All right, this is what this looks like here. Can you guys see this? I can't get out of this. There's no way I can move my hips. So you have to deal with this here. You notice. You have to deal with it. So this is one way to deal with this. You're going to straighten this leg here and get that one out. He's not going to be able to keep the hips he's not going to be able to keep the hooks if you straighten your leg out. Now from here, you're going to use this foot to block the other foot. You're going to straighten that out. And now you're going to keep this on here as you drop this foot. All right, and now I'm into my side piece that we did. Okay? So again, he hooks in here. How are you going to deal with that? Knock one out. Push down on the bottom of the heel. Straighten that out. And now look. Biggest mistake people make is they don't turn to the side. Look, they try to come up here. I have to turn my hips a little bit to the side. See that? And remember, if he's so heavy you can't turn your hips, you're going to come on top here. Hook this in. And then you're going to own that. Okay? So let's say that another scenario. This is one scenario here where he's hooked in high. All right, hook in double grapes, we call it. There's another scenario where he's not hooked in. He's just got real good pressure on his knee. Here. So how am I going to deal with this? All right, so here, keep that straight. So if he's got real good pressure, all right, I'm not able to get underneath. You can use this foot to come underneath and pick that up. See that? So I'm using this foot to come underneath and pick that up. All right? Now, here's the last one. It's my most favorite. Is if he has this high here, the knees down, and this is high here. He knows I'm going to try to pick this up. So in this case, you're going to wrap around tightly. Notice the back of my heel is going to wrap around his foot. All right? I'm going to wrap around the foot. And now I'm going to start to pull that with my hip. Okay? I'm going to start to pull that with my hip. So I'm wrapping it around. I'm locking it into here. And now I'm turning with my hip. That almost pulls him all the way off. So once again, coming over. You can even use your elbow a little bit, but you're turning your hip. See that? Turning my hip. Single drill. Here. He's on it. All right. Double grapes. Straighten one out. Take this across. Push. Straighten this out. Come underneath. Pick it up. Come under. He's got his elbow, he's got his knee down. I'm going to come across, lock it up, and move my hips. All right, let's see. Tom, can you show me your shrimp? Matt and Tom, can you show me your shrimp? Jessica? Go ahead, guys. Hit a nice shrimp. Good. Good, Tom. So it's good you're going to the side. I want a little more extension. John Leslie, can I see your shrimp? Matt Brinsdell, nice. Nice, John. Good. Now, can I see Peter? And let's see it, Rob. Good. Now, guys, now I want you to shrimp, all right? But I want you to get a little complicated now. I want you to do your shrimp, all right? But I want you not to be able to hook it, all right? He's too big. So then I want you to come. I want you to hook this around. And then I want you to bring your hips to the other side. So once again, I'm not able to do it. I'm going to hook around. Look, as I hook around, guys, I'm coming behind. I'm coming behind, and then I'm flipping my hips over. Nice, Hans. So Matt Paddock, these are the little details, bro. Like you were in half guard for so many matches, you know?
Agree.
And I mean, you're usually on top, you know, but there's times where you're on bottom in half and stuck there. These are
Yeah.
the little pieces,
Agree.
you know? Okay, guys. So let's just put this in context. 5 weeks, this curriculum, okay? We're skipping next week because of Memorial Day, but this is the second of a 5-week curriculum. All right, this curriculum of 5 weeks, 6 with the holiday, all right, is one of 4 major pieces of curriculum in the white belt program. So what does that mean? That means that there's 4 major pieces of curriculum in being a white belt. That's it. And one of them is escapes that we're doing now. All right? So let's say you do those 4 different pieces of curriculum over those 5 weeks. What does that mean? Am I a blue belt now? No. You've got to do it twice. Why? Because you forget little details. All right? And what we also start to do as we get further into the curriculum, we start to bridge the moves. So I show you this move, but what does this move bridge into? So with this particular move bridge into is as you do it, all right, there's 2 bridges. You come here, I'm able to come on top, I'm able to come here, and it easily lends itself into a triangle. Boom. That's the bridge move for this one. Also, I already showed you the bridge move for this deep one. Look here, I come through. It lends itself into taking the back and getting a nice choke here. I could even come on top on that now. All right. Yeah, I get to do a choke. I haven't done a choke in a couple months.
Hey, Kevin,
Yeah.
is that for the choke? Is his arm on the inside, or did you put over? You know, your back was to us.
Yeah, his arm's on the inside. So the big thing about this choke is as you come here, right? Look, I'm underneath the armpit. So as I come through, that arm is going to pass over. As soon as it passes over, then I have my choke here. All right, so the arm is on the inside of my choke now.
Gotcha.
You see that?
Yeah.
So, but the big point of this one is, here, I'll do it from this angle. Is when I come back, see how he's on this side? I have to keep this straightened out
Was
until I pass that over. Now I have a nice triangle choke with my arm.
nice.
And that's like a low effort one too. All right, guys, so last questions before we do a little movement.
Professor,
Go ahead, Mike.
when someone has their heels on your hip, like the really, really high mount, do you use your elbow or do you shimmy out a little bit? How do you usually?
Someone has your heels on your hip. Like, tell me what you mean. Like,
You mean when they've got your arms stuck way up like this?
Yeah, just like that. Yeah, even a little.
here, right? So yeah, this lends itself really nicely to getting your elbow in there. The higher he is, look, the easier it is for me to control his hips. So yeah, this particular lends itself really nicely. The problem is that if you don't know that and you're trying to turn him over from that position, it's almost impossible. So you're like, oh, I can't get out. He's so high on me. When your answer is right there. The higher he is on you, the easier this move is. All right? So high mount. Okay, guys, so second class of the curriculum down. All right, we'll be back here in 2 weeks from now. So let's do a little bit of drills. All right?
What are we
So
gonna?
let's start off here. Let's start off with our shrimp. All right? So Let's come right in. But what we're going to do is we're going to shrimp and we're going to come back. We're going to shrimp and we're going to come back. Let's get 10 each side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Now let's switch it to the other side. Now, guys, this is what I want you to focus on, all right? Just watch here for a second. I want you guys to make sure you get your hips off the ground. I'm going to do the same side because my knee's messed up. So, I want you guys to notice you get your hip. Look, I'm off the ground. All right, so what I want you to do is I want you to touch your knee. And then I want you to touch your lower back. Your knee, your lower back. Look, see my elbows underneath here for that? Knee, lower back. Knee, lower back. Knee, lower back. Knee, lower back. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. I'm Milton. What drill you got for us now, exercise version wise? Milton's going to take us through another set.
I guess technical stand up.
Technical stand up. All right, here we go, guys. Let's get 2 sets of 10. Count it out. Technical stand up.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other side. 1, 2,
Let's go, Rod.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay, guys, next one. Here we go. This is a funky one. So, want your grip like here. Remember a little steeple in the people? All right, but instead of doing the steeple up top here, we're going to do the steeple down here. All right? So, this will enable you to put this on the mat flat. It'll also enable you, when you're doing your headstand, for you not to mess with your neck. So, I don't care if you do the headstand or not, but what I do want you to do is I want you to try to get up. So you're going to position your head in between your hands, and you're going to kick up and come down. 2, 3, 4. All right, let's do 10. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Let's finish it off. Finish it off with a nice half push-up, right? Me and Milton. Here we go. We're going to go 30 seconds. Ready, set, halfway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, down and up. And last one, down and up. All right, guys. Finish off with some breathing. All right, my boy Wim. We're just gonna go through half of this so we can stay on time. And then we'll close it out.
Hi guys, welcome. This is a guided breathing session. Relax to the deepest. Lie down, sit down, whatever it takes, relax. Are you ready? Here we go. Round number 1.
Good posture,
Breathe in.
guys.
Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Just go with the flow of the breath. In, out. In, out. In, out. In, out. Into the belly, into the chest, and let go. Like a wave. Make it circular. Fully in and letting go. Just keep on going. No pause between inhalation and exhalation.
Full in, full out.
10 more. Fully in, let it go. Five more. Let's give it all we got. Last one. Fully in and let go. All right. 1 minute breath hold from now on. Be in this moment. Let the body do what the body is capable of doing. Be aware of your heartbeat. Slow it down and just be in this moment. Let that relaxation spread down to your toes, into your fingertips, to the base of your neck and head. You are almost there. Do you want to prolong your breath hold? Pause the video now and continue when you feel the urge to breathe. Okay, recovery breath in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a deep breath in and hold for 15 seconds. Exhale in 3, 2, 1. Let it go.
Okay, guys.
Round number 2.
Good. So, guys, I'll just close it out with my challenges for you guys is to, I'm going to send out this video. I'm going to share 2 things on the Facebook page and the closed group. I'm going to share, like the Facebook page if you haven't, and then I'll share it in the group. Because right now I'm just putting this on the page until everyone gets in the group. So I'm going to share the video to this class, and I'm also going to share this actual recording. For some reason, last week we got off the class and we realized it's not set to record. So last week's class didn't get recorded. But whatever, we have the video that I made from it. So I'm going to challenge you guys next Monday to go outside and practice these moves with somebody on a yoga mat, and just keep your cadence up. Even though we don't have class, do something next Monday that's related to this to keep your consistency, okay? One of our core values is consistency. It becomes easy to do something when you do it every Monday. I like that there's Memorial Day weekend, but I don't like that we're not going to have our consistency. I want to recognize Andrew Cavo for his second Saturday class and his second class here. Nice job, bud. Good to see you. So what you guys need to do at your level right now is come to this class, 1 hour commitment, and take another half hour. This is minimal. Obviously, a lot of you are doing more. Take another half hour to review the curriculum. All right. If you did do this, I will say that in this next year, our curriculum is going to be so much better than it was if you had come in here a year before. You will learn more in more detail because you're going to have access to the material, and it's more detailed, and you can repeat it, something that you couldn't do before. So there's obviously things we can't do now, but there's a lot of things we can do. That being said, let's close it out with gratefulness.